Hello, can you guys hear me? I have no idea if the stream is up right now because my YouTube panel is being weird. But okay, it looks like we're live. Let me know how the sound is, volume wise. I haven't streamed since like May, so yeah. Hello. What's up, Medin? What's up, Matthew Hint? A few of you have been here for like the last hour and a half, so I do appreciate you coming super early and just chilling. Okay, so gotta separate my ice. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Lots of familiar names in here. Okay, sound is great. Ivan, get out. Let's see. Sweet. Hey, greetings from Denmark. What time is it even in Denmark right now? 1:30 a.m. Wow. Okay. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I actually was just in California and I came back this morning, so I'm kind of tired. But this Fantastech sale is going on, which is kind of, I think, Newegg's. It was their response to Amazon Prime. But I think this year, Prime Day or Prime Week, whatever it is, it has been moved. Like Amazon hasn't been promoting their Prime stuff, so but I mean, Newegg having like a yearly sale that's supposed to be like a big sale is always a good thing for us as consumers. So yeah, kid with no dream, don't worry about it. Let's see. You haven't caught a stream in a really long time because I haven't streamed in a very long time. But let's see. Out here in London. Thanks for all the international viewers who are stopping by the stream. I appreciate that a lot because I know a lot of the deals that I look at, they aren't accessible to you guys. So just coming and hanging out and, you know, being active in chat and stuff, especially at whatever time of the day it is for you guys, I appreciate that a lot. But, okay, hey, what's up, Robert Cow? What are the specs of my personal rig? So my personal rig, which is right here, it's the same one from the video. That here you can get a better view of it right there. But it's the same one from when I made the video, so I haven't really upgraded it. So it had the Ryzen 5 3600, RTX 2060. Yeah. Hey Gerard, what's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah. Friend for a long time. I'm good. How are you? Okay. Crash speed. I love how your messages aren't coming through. Okay. Yeah, the 3700X is one of the deals that we're gonna look at. So I'm just gonna give people like a few minutes to get to log on to the stream and all of that. So we're just hanging out, chatting right now. So yeah, I'm just reading chat and hang out with you guys. Okay. Okay, not dead yet, dude. Gerard, I hope you're wearing your mask. I hope you're staying safe if you do go out, especially at your age. So yeah, you and your wife stay safe. Hey, Blue, where are you at in Washington? You probably know that I'm up in like the Lynnwood area because my PO box has that in there. And I mention in videos all the time that I'm near Everett. You should go to Japan or something and do a PC build. So at the beginning of the year, I went to Thailand and Vietnam, but I was looking for computer parts there. Didn't find any though, unfortunately. I looked in both the used market and at some of the big malls that have a bunch of the computer stores in there. Everything was pretty expensive, so I did not pick anything up. But hey, Gnome Harold, I'm doing good. How are you, man? You recently found and bought a 2080 Ti Founders Edition for 100 on OfferUp. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you take a screenshot? I know I don't do the Deal Hunter Showcase anymore, but you can tweet that to me. The ad for that 2080 Ti Founders Edition that was listed for that much. I'd love to see that because that is crazy. Like, I don't know who in the right mind would sell it for $100 when it would go instantly for like 3 times as much. So that's a crazy good deal. And thank you, Matthew, for reminding everyone to like and subscribe. I would think almost everyone here would have to be subscribed because they wouldn't have gotten the notification otherwise. But let's see. The TU-150 temperatures, they're good. I don't have any kind of like crazy overclocking going on it right now. I love this handle. But sorry if that was loud. I just realized the mic is like right next to the case. But the temperatures are fine as long as you're not doing crazy overclocking, which I don't. But you know, it doesn't have a mesh front panel. It does have pretty limited kind of like vents on the side. So it's like a typical panelized front without mesh, which I've done plenty of builds in cases like that, and it's fine. What do you think the best value GPU right now? Yeah, so I think the 480s, RX 480s and 580s, because they can be found for around $100. Those are still kind of my go-to for builds like around the $400 or $500 price point, because you can get those for pretty cheap. The only thing is the power supply prices are still pretty bad, so that kind of kills right now because you have to spend at least like 60 or 70 on a power supply. So if you only have like $400 to work with, that's like what, a quarter of your budget. So we met in PAX. Yeah, I remember. This stream's just starting, man. So yeah, man, PAX this year is gonna be online, so that's gonna be interesting. But free though, so I guess that's good. 7:34 in the Philippines. I'm trying to think if that would be AM or PM. Well, oh, no, actually, duh, it's like 4 here. So I'm guessing that's, yeah, AM in the morning. So you planning to upgrade? Yeah, so this CPU cooler, I think Scythe wants to send me like their kind of new RGB cooler, so I might throw that in there. But man, the AMD stock cooler, I really like it. I use it in so many builds just because, you know, it looks good, it performs well for stock and even mild overclocks, and because you know, Intel, even with their 10th gen processors, they still include the really ugly cooler in them. So that's one of the reasons I haven't done an Intel build in a while. The other one is just because AM4 for upgrade, you can go to like different gens of chips for like 4 gens now. So that's pretty nice. Shavin Russell, hi, your message didn't get through. Get out. Let's see. B stock. What's today? Today's only Monday though, so there's not gonna be any B stock deals. But hey, thanks Gerard. And that's actually a reminder. Give me 1 second. Let me set up my Twitter. I don't even know what my nerd on a budget live. This /live. There it is. Okay. What's up, Breezy? Breezy and Andy Mion? Man, some of you guys' names or usernames. Okay. Sure, this should work. Tweet. All right, the tweet is out. So, who's a spammer? What's their name? Because I thought I banned them. Oh, Anna. Yeah. I'm gonna put you in timeout. And I think that should delete their messages. Sorry, I was doing a tweet thing, so I missed it. I actually have some mods, but I think I need to add more mods. Because some of my mods... Because I'm not, like, a super consistent streamer. Like, it's not like they know exactly every day I go on. This is actually kind of a last-minute stream, too. You think prices are going to be lower anytime soon on PC specs? I think for everything but, like, cases and power supplies, kind of. Those have been hit pretty hard. But, I mean, RAM, SSDs, GPUs for the most part, CPUs are coming back in stock. The prices are fine. Hey, what's up, Alvin John? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I'm going to switch to this right now. Okay, so let's start looking at some parts. And I'm not sure, have you guys been checking out the Newegg Fantastech sale all day? Because, I mean, right now it's 4 p.m. my time, but it's been going on all day. So you may have seen other people tweet out deals or stuff from it, but we're going to check it out and see what they still have in stock, or if anything else popped up. Give me 1 second. What am I looking for? Okay, so there's one deal. What's that 3700X? This one right here, which I think... let me get a bit.ly going for some of these so I can just put it directly into chat. Shorten my link. So this one, I think this is probably like the deal of the day from what I've seen so far. Hey, wait, is Ozzy here? Hey, what's up, Ozzy? Where's the green shirt? Yeah, no problem, man. But the green shirts are usually on Fridays, and mine's dirty right now, so. Fantastech, I know, right? The puns. Oh, Gerard, hello. Yes, I didn't realize. I thought you were already one of my mods. So let me mod you, Gerard. Yeah, thank you for offering to do that. And I know there's a few other people that I could add as mods. I don't remember though. Let's see. Or I guess they would have to express that they're interested. But so this right here, I think what makes it a really good deal is because Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I'm pretty excited for because as you guys see in all my benchmark videos, I do play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's actually really fun just to like go in there and kill people, and I don't even progress through the storyline. I just like fighting the mercenaries that chase after you because the fights are actually kind of difficult and long. But the fact that this comes with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I think comes out in October or November later this year, so that's, I would say, you know, for the first few months anyways, that's $60 value. That puts this down to around $200 if you do value the game at all. If not, you can sell the game probably for like $30 pretty easily. And I'm actually considering getting a 3700X for myself because I have a 3600X, which is plenty for gaming, but I could use the extra cores and threads for when I render videos because it'll make it that much faster. So I'm gonna add this to the wish list, which Nerd on a Budget's wish list, which as always I will be adding everything to here. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the wish list. Okay, I got 2 Facebook ads clicking. Wait, what? Facebook ads clicking on my stream? You mean like hopefully they're skippable. I think my streams default to whatever my settings on my videos are, which is like it should be an ad. I don't think they should have a pre-roll ad, but it should be like an ad at the beginning. And it should be skippable. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Robert Cow, definitely. I trust him to be a mod because he's actually in a lot of the streams. So yeah, Robert, thank you for offering to do that, by the way. And I only need like so many mods, right? So it's just, if I need more, I'll add more. But I think Robert and Gerard, since they're usually here for most of the stream, that should be enough for now. But thanks for everyone else who is showing interest. So let's see what else. So I have the spreadsheet of basically what the final versus the base price usually is. So the fractal design case is actually $15 off. How do you guys feel about this case? So I was never too much of a fan of the kind of like geometric weird angles on the front. This is a full mesh front case though. I'm not sure if it comes with any fans. It comes with a rear fan, okay? Let's take a look at this real quick. Why do I feel super zoomed in? Tinted tempered glass. Hopefully the new... So, regarding Assassin's Creed being optimized or not, at lower settings, you can play Assassin's Creed Odyssey on a lot of systems. But yeah, as you go up to... Once you get like high, I feel like it's exponential in terms of system requirements that you need. It's crazy. Kid with no dream. You do not have an extra 900K. I do not believe you. If you do want to ship it to me, my PO box is in the info below. But I'm calling BS on that. Just because you should sell it and keep the money for yourself for other upgrades and stuff. You shouldn't give it to me. Like, I don't need that. So, thank you for offering though. If that was true. But okay. See, you approve of the EVGA 500 watt on Newegg? Hey, we actually can take a look at that. Give me a sec after this one. So this actually comes with 2 fans, no RGB or anything. One front one and one rear one. I mean, that's plenty for the airflow. Let's see, is there a code that comes with this? Oh, there might have been. Oh yeah, $10 off with the Fantastech code. So then it will be $80. I feel like that's a bit expensive considering what else is on the market right now. You could, for $80, there's a lot of cases with like 2 included front fans and like RGB or at least LEDs. But Fractal Design, they've never been like advertised as really a budget brand. So I'll link this one in case anyone is interested. But Fractal Design case, in case you want to follow along. 5700 XT versus a 2060. I would say 5700 XT because that overclocked is like 2070 levels of performance. Though what's the price difference? Like, how much is a 2060 Super even going for? 2060 Super. We're just taking a look at a couple of the top ones. So you can get the Ventus, which is one of the more entry-level ones. So 430, 400. Okay, so I think we're not going to find anything much less than 400. And then 5700 XT. Those should be like 420 if I can just guess it off the top. Oh, no. Those are like, you can find them for 390, even though that's also an entry-level model. It's Sapphire Pulse one. Yeah, so I would definitely go for the 5700 XT between the two. Unless you, for some reason, like NVIDIA... Is NVIDIA Shadowplay even a thing anymore? I just record with like OBS now, but... if you value like Shadowplay or specifically G-Sync, then... Or Team Green, you know, some people just hate Team Red, then... yeah, go with 2060 Super, sure. But I would personally go with 5700 XT. Hey, what's up? High Power Danny. What do you think of this? So Gerard just linked me something. Let me open up real quick. Metallic Gear. So Metallic Gear and Fantech are like the same company, right? I forgot the story behind them, but a lot of the times they use like the same chassis, and I think it's one of them's marketed to be more like a budget-friendly option. But this is $100. Okay, this is a dual tempered glass, front and side. Mid tower. So does this even come with any fans? This seems a bit expensive. Let me see what this has. This is a Neo Cube, which I like the form factor because it's kind of shorter and wider, like a lot of the cases that I have used in the past. But this one specifically, I don't think it comes with any fans, so I would say this is more... It definitely looks more premium. Just because it has, you know, tempered glass on the front and side, but I guess airflow you would have to be coming in from the bottom. Yeah, you'd be bottom to top with the sideways facing radiator. I mean, it's a nice looking case, but I would say it's a bit expensive, Gerard. At $100 with zero, is it zero included fans? Fan options. I don't see any parentheses included in here. So, yeah. Okay. The last time I visited a Micro Center was a couple of years ago. The one in California. But I didn't get a chance to go this time around because I was in San Diego and it was not a vacation, so my schedule was kind of booked. Okay, so sorry, trying to keep track of both. Hey, what's up, Gatormon? Trying to keep a track of both chat and the deal hunting. So let's see what else we got. 6 terabytes. That doesn't seem like too good of a deal. What else was in here? Rip jaws. So this is a little bit faster. Memory, $75 for 3600 megahertz. I'm gonna add this to not the cart. It's supposed to be the wish list. For memory, like I said earlier, memory prices are pretty good. What's everyone actually looking for right now? Is a dual oh, I totally missed that. It was a dual is it really a dual PC setup? Design your space interior clean. It says it's dual chamber, which I've had dual chamber cases that didn't necessarily fit 2 motherboards. Oh, dual system support. Okay, here it is. So I'm not super knowledgeable about dual system streaming, but I've always streamed on one system. Most of the people I know stream on one system, and I feel like a lot of the hardware works fine streaming on one system. So can you guys tell me, like, what would be the purpose of doing a dual system, like a dual streaming system, you know, where it's kind of like 2 separated systems? Because I feel like it's kind of expensive to do unless you choose really old components for like the streaming system and then have like normal, you know, modern components for the other one. It just doesn't, I don't know, why not just spend a little bit more on like a slightly better processor, or specifically like an Elgato capture card or something like that? Why do you need a second dedicated system? Okay. Oh yeah, let's look for power supplies in a second here. Put all of your main system's GPU power towards the game, but you don't. If you're encoding with the processor only, then you should be fine, right? Like, don't use the NVENC encoder. Use the X264, and then just have like a beefy processor. If you use it and recycle, yeah. So, recycling the old PC makes sense because you can just use like a cheap, really cheap, you know, old system, but it'll still be like what, $100-$200. Can you just up to the next level from like a Ryzen 7 to a 9 or something with that much money, and have to deal with less? So I don't know. I never saw the value in it, but I know it's a big thing. I don't know how many professional streamers actually stream with like dual systems versus just like a single system, but no room for Elgato stuff. Good point. Okay, so that's a good point, Matthew Fu. Like for me, I don't have room for like an Elgato thing, but Elgato capture card, like a PCIe one anyways. I do have room for, I use so like I have one of the USB Elgato cards, and that's how I actually capture all my footage for when I capture gameplay footage, so that I don't get any reduced performance, or like I don't use the resources from the system. It's all on the external device. But I'm gonna keep looking through chat as we go through the deals. So we're looking for power supplies. I'm not sure if there's any on this list. PSU power. Nope. Okay. Let me go to the sale right here, actually. I wouldn't build a new one, but I would use my own old system. Yeah. Okay, so I can see where you're coming from there, because then you're not spending any extra money, right? You already were gonna build a new system, and you can use your old one for something. All streamers do a dual system, 2 PCs. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Thanks for the info, by the way. Yeah. So, so value is bad. Most stream. So if money isn't an issue, then I can totally understand. So yeah, a lot of the streamers who are doing it and making a lot of money, okay, sure, they already have like expensive rigs anyways. But I guess for everyday people like me and everyone who's doing the stream, who probably would only want to put around $1,000 or even less towards the system, yeah, I don't see a dual system being kind of worth it. Hey, thanks, not Merc. Take it easy. Okay, so this this team group solid state drive. This doesn't have DRAM from. I remember Zach's Tech Turf actually tweeted this out. I'm not sure if it was today or the other day, but 1 TB solid state drive. These are actually the GX2. I think this is what I actually gave away at when I was at LTX. Except I gave away the 128 GB variants because I was trying to give away a lot of them. So, but this is actually a pretty sweet deal just to get you off of like a normal hard drive. Just almost any SSD is better than even if you have like a 10,000 RPM hard drive. So where's the bit.ly? So let me copy this. So okay, so Asus laptops, Robert, I will check that out in a second. Hey, what's up, Ellie Kessir? You're a big fan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I saw you, Ellie. It's just chat's going too fast, and I gotta keep the deal hunting going. So I didn't ignore you on purpose. I try to get through all the chat. But what else do we have here? Storage and memory. Oh, here's a PCIe. Intel 660p. So this is what I guess you would call a budget NVMe drive. So it's not gonna have as fast of read and write speeds, but it should still be over 1800 sequential read. And it's QLC, so quad level cell. This is pretty similar to the Crucial P1 that I did a review on. But 1 TB for a 120, that's pretty cheap. Did I already paste it in here? Yep, that's already it. I'm gonna add this to the wish list actually. Yeah, so darkness user review. So what's the question? Did I miss something? Budget GPU for Intel, huh? For Intel, you mean like a system that has like an Intel processor? Matthew, yeah, I can actually take a look at that right now. So Cybertron CLX, $600. Let's see if I can find that in the search. Cybertron, $600. Cybertron PC. I'm guessing this is what you're talking about. So you got an i3 9100F, okay. RX 560, 2 GB. Nah, this isn't worth it. Yeah, for $600, you can put together a system with like a Ryzen 5, like 16 or 2600, and you can get a used RX 580, which will blow the 560 out of the water. I would say at least get a 570. A 560 is very entry level. You start struggling on new games and having to play on low pretty quickly. But let's see what else is in here, just for the sake of looking. Okay, this does come with 16 GB of RAM, 500 watt power supply. This is like the Game Diaz case, which I actually really like, because it's not the best with airflow, but it actually is pretty compact. They should have just done a mesh front on this, and it would have looked fine. But okay. Yes, you should build one. Definitely build one, because I haven't seen many pre-builds under $800 that are worth it. Once you hit $800, you can start looking into like NZXT build, and they have pretty good pre-builds that have good warranties too. But yeah, I don't recommend that one. So I got a 660 Ti when it came DOA. That sucks, man. Hopefully it was through eBay, or then you paid with PayPal so you can get your money back. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to link the wish list. Okay. I think that's readily available for everyone to see. Let me see. Let me put it in one of these. Permalink, here we go. Okay. I actually really like NZXT's build program. They use I wouldn't say like the highest components unless you buy the more expensive ones, but they definitely don't really use like no-name power supplies and things like that. Their part selection is actually pretty good, and they have a good warranty. And NZXT is they're legit in my opinion. And sometimes some of the other companies like CyberPower and iBuyPower, they can put some good pre-builts out, but a lot of the ones that you see from Best Buy and things like that aren't that great. But I have seen some pretty good ones from them too. You just have to look and try to like find as much as you can about the details of the internals. Man, can you stop spamming? Yep, thank you, Robert. You're quick on that. You're looking for an air cooler Excaliburs. Didn't know they were big boys. That's funny you say that. I actually have a kit of I have a kit of Excaliburs right here. That is gonna be in an upcoming build video. But yeah, they are pretty big boys, huh? Like they stand out pretty tall compared to like the what's it called? Just the plain gray ones, like the T-Force Darks or whatever those are called. Is it time to upgrade your 660K yet? I mean, what's your graphics card? I feel like the 660K. If you want to play AAA titles, I feel like if it's like action adventures, like RPG ones, you don't really need too much more than 60 FPS, in my cheap opinion, anyways. I usually try to reserve high refresh rates for shooters and stuff. So if you're good with 60 FPS, I feel like the 6600K still should be fine with like even the latest AAA titles. Hey, what's up, T-Mail? Hey, why is my room so dark? Man Karate in the house. My room is so dark is because I'm experimenting with lights for stream. So I have, let me see if I can show it. So I have a spotlight up here, and I think the color looks better with that backlight off, because then once I do this, yeah, I don't know, it looks weird with the backlight on. So I'm just trying this out. Are 2080 Ti still worth buying, or wait for 330 series? Depends on how much you can buy them for. Aren't 2080 Ti's brand new still like 2080? Why am I searching in the Firefox? I see 2080 Ti. I think those are like 900 still. Nope, 1300. Okay, that's cool. It's the lowest price. I mean, the cheapest one you can get is refurbished for under 1,000. Everything else is a little pretty pricey. I would say wait, because usually the next gen's like 2070 or like 3070 might be as good as the 2080 Ti. I haven't been looking at the speculations and leaks, but that's what we saw from like going from a 980 Ti to a 1070. They were about similar performance, and then going from like a, I guess 1080 Ti's were still a lot better than the 2070. So I would wait. If you're spending big money, that would be the one time I would recommend waiting until like the new releases, just to see what's up and to see if the price drop of these drop. But if you are like on a tighter budget, then that's when I usually recommend just buy when you need it. Okay, so let's look at the sale. How many pages is this? 45 pages. Oh my goodness. Let me at least show 96. No, I'm just looking around. If you guys see any deals from the sale, feel free to link it and I can pull it up so we can like take a look, talk about it, and share it with everyone. But no, I'm just chilling. I'm just browsing. And just hanging out, you know. It's been a while since I've streamed. So, Dyson. I feel like this is... Okay, this is an old version. If you guys have never used a cordless, like, stick vac before, they're amazing. They're a little expensive, but once you own a home and you try to keep it clean, you appreciate these. We have a V10, and it is awesome. We got it from Costco. Okay, yeah, so 1080 Ti's for sub $400. When we can find... sub 400. Like, I would say 350 would be a really good price. I think I saw them for like around 370, right? So... I need to do a comparison between like a 5700 XT versus 1080 Ti and look at like the side-by-side comparisons. I don't know off the top of my head like what I would choose. DIY PC Zeta case. Let's take a look at that. What do I think about this case? Dang. 40 bucks. Is this tempered glass? It is. Okay. This is pretty cheap. Not the best airflow. Only like half of the front panel. Or even less than half. This looks like a transformer. Kind of. Very futuristic. Like alien-y. But for 40 bucks, it looks nice for a $40 case though. So it has tempered glass, a power supply, basement for your cable management. What else we have? Is that it? Those are all the pictures. Okay, so let's look at the innards. Beauty of innards. Okay. Clearance of 23 millimeters. That's almost an inch because it's 25 millimeters for an inch. So that's a lot of room. That's RGB case. I really like that Cooler Master. I don't even remember the name because they chose a weird name for it. But let me see if I can find it. It's the one that's never in stock. It's a newer one. Here it is. This. Let's see if Newegg has it in stock right now. But I'll get to that after this. So this case for 40 bucks. I mean, I look through cheap cases pretty often. You don't see that many under 40. Yeah, this is $38.99. It has... What is the bad reviews from, though? Always look at the reviews. And pay more attention to negative reviews than positive ones. A lot of the times, positive reviews is just someone who's like, hey, I have this case. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. But the people who take the time to go and write something, if there's something wrong with it, they might have things to point out that might be, you know, a deal breaker for you. So... okay. Tempered glass panel, RGB strip in the front of the case. Okay, these are all the pros. Felt like it was made of thin metal. Okay, so almost any case that you buy under 40 bucks is gonna be made out of thin metal. That's just how they can make it that cheap. I can't think of any that aren't tempered glass. Like, they have to cut costs somewhere, right? If you get rid of the tempered glass, if that can reduce the overall case cost, then yeah, they can use slightly thicker metals. But a very light out of the box, break off PCI Express. Yep, that's pretty standard for a $40 case. Instructions were subpar and confusing for the fan controller. Okay, interesting. Dust filters not magnetic. These are all pretty standard things for $40 case, for a $40 case. So, man, giving it a 3-star, though, when it's that cheap. There are other competitive options. Yeah, I just took a look at cases earlier before the stream. I didn't see that many for cheap. Airflow problems, yep, of course. I think we already knew that looking at it. So, overall, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to using this in like a $400 build. You just, gotta be smart about how much airflow you actually need. You could probably maybe pull some air from the bottom. They don't show enough views. But, if you're running a build at stock, you don't need, like, the most amazing airflow in the world. But, I was gonna look at this case next. But let me look at chat so that I don't ignore you guys for too long. Here's some decent RAM if you're on Intel. Yeah, because... I mean, I'd say this isn't too bad of RAM if you're on AMD either. $58, 3200 megahertz, CL16. That's all pretty standard. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, thanks for bringing this up, Robert. I'm gonna add this to the wish list. But yeah, the wish list is going to be down in the description if you guys want to look at what I would recommend picking up if you do need certain things. Okay, so someone, Alex is asking about this Micro Center power spec. So power spec, I've actually looked at this power supply before, and there's not much information out about the internals. I'm not sure if it's because it's so cheap that a lot of the like professional reviewers don't think it's worth their time. I know Tech by Matt actually in his latest build video used a 650 watt. I think I'm gonna use one of these one day. It's hard though because just because I use a power supply and have no problems with it doesn't mean that it has a like higher or lower chance of failing. From what I've seen, a lot of people say these are okay. As long as you don't have like a crazy high-end power-hungry build and you're not doing crazy overclocking. I'm usually pretty lenient on power supplies for the most part. A lot of people are looking at that Linus power supply tier list. We can actually bring that up right now. Linus tier list power supply. I think it's at like version 2.4.0. Let's see. This is Friday. Oh. Wait, where's the tier list here? Okay, so yeah, this was made at the beginning of the year, and they keep this updated. But I've used plenty of power supplies in like the C or lower tier list. I used to, like a really long time ago when I was cheap and didn't know what I was doing, I probably used stuff that was in the like E tier, like Raid Max and Logisys power supplies. But yeah. Try to do your own research. A lot of these don't have information about them, but you can find like the manufacturers because a lot of these they're not actually manufactured by these brands. They're manufactured by like one of the major companies and then they slap their brand on them, right? I don't know. These days I try to look for stuff that's probably in the C tier, even though this says it's recommended for iGPU systems. Not everyone has like $150 to spend on a power supply, which is a lot of what this like B plus stuff and higher is, like $100 plus. So that's just my take on it. But I'm not like a crazy in-depth power supply expert. Just do what you're comfortable with, and if you aren't comfortable, then you're gonna have to spend a lot of money because that list has only the expensive stuff at the top. Yeah, Robert, so you used one in your power... Let me bring up the Tech by Matt video, actually. Yeah, what sucks is... I wish, like... So, Gamers Nexus, I know they're getting into, like, power supply testing, or at least they buy equipment for it. I hope they start looking into the less... Or, yeah, the less popular power supplies that people aren't covering. Ads... Because I'm on Firefox and I'm not signed in and I don't have... Hey, CLX Gaming PCs. We were just looking at this and they gave me an ad on it. That's interesting. What? Why am I in Austin Evans' video? But yeah. Tech by Matt. He used the, I believe, 650 watt version. No. This isn't the right video. Sorry. In this $800 PC build, he used it. Where are we at? Come on. Oh my goodness. I swear he used one. I watched this video the other day. Ah, here it is. So I'll link this actually, because I will promote Tech by Matt stuff any day of the week. He's my bro. But yeah, here's a power spec 650 watt one. He actually does a full build guide on this. I would trust it. I'm actually gonna make it a point to use one of these. Not the next time I do a build, but in the future. Okay. Sorry, we kind of went on a tangent there, but I think power supplies are kind of interesting, especially since, like, unless you're an expert, a lot of people are just, like, kind of speculating. Don't really have really, I guess, like, useful things to add to the conversation aside from their own, like, speculation. Yeah, so here's another power supply. Just be careful when you're looking at anything less than 500 watts, especially if you're looking for a dedicated GPU system. In terms of the connectors, hey, this one's $40, but for 400 watts, I don't even know. Let's see, it might have like one. Let's see what the PCIe connectors are. It has one 8-pin. Oh, and one 6-pin. Okay. Yeah, I'd be careful just depending on what graphics card you pair it with. I'm gonna add this to cart just because I would be okay with running this on like a system with, I don't know, like a GTX 1650 or something like that. I start being careful as you start going up to like an RX 580 or a 590 or something. I would look to see if other people have run it successfully or not. Have you ever bought a pre-built? Have I ever bought a pre-built? That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever bought a pre-built. The only pre-built is like when we used to buy them from Costco as like the family computer back like 20 years ago. But I don't think I've bought a pre-built since. There is a company that does pre-builts that wanted me to check out their system, so I will be doing that in an upcoming video. A lot of companies are, doing that now. Power GPU is probably the most popular one. That dude's killing it in terms of like sales and on Twitter and social media. He is, I think, probably the biggest like independent PC builder. But there's NZXC build. There's all the other ones too. So I mean, it's a good business. People who don't want to build their own PCs, they're willing to pay like an extra $100, $150 for the labor and for the warranty. So, $150 is a lot. So that's why I don't personally buy pre-builts, but I can see why viewers would want to, and I would definitely want to help you guys choose good ones to buy from. Let's see. So what else? Let me check this list again, because this is like kind of desktop PC. Oh, actually, let's check out a pre-built right here. Skytech. This is a brand that I see a lot. Their Archangel Ryzen 5 3600 GeForce 2060. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. 500 gigabyte SSD, RGB fans. $1,200 though. $1,200 assumes you're using like a high quality motherboard and power supply. So it says brand varies. That's interesting. So when you buy this PC, it's you don't get to know what's in it, I guess, ahead of time. This is on the more expensive side, but I just want to take a look at what they have to say about it. Kevin Ty, I did see your message. The mods deleted it, but thank you for the compliment. Light up elegantly. Okay, what do we have here? 3600 RTX 2060. Any information? 500-watt power supply? Come on now. You're charging $1,200 for the system. You gotta be using like a higher. I'm guessing it's gonna be like an EVGA 500 watt. No info on the motherboard. It just looks like a ASRock Pro 4, like micro ATX or something like that. Yeah, because it has those heat sinks on there. Assuming they even use that. You could build this system, I feel, for like 900 to 1,000. Maybe we should try to do that in a bit. Oh, you get Death Standing though. How much is that even worth right now? Death Standing game key. Green Man Gaming. You can get it for $46 from a legit place, and in the gray market you can get it for, I'm guessing what, $30? No, same price, 48. So you get like a almost $50 game with this, I guess. But I feel like you can build it for cheaper. We'll try to do that in a little bit. Okay. But your stream is better than sleeping. Eduardo, get some sleep. Man, it is not worth losing sleep. Especially if this stream is going to be available tomorrow. You know, I always leave the VOD up for a while. And the Fantastech sale, I guess if it's 2 a.m. where you're at, you're not going to have access to these deals. So, but the sale does go until tomorrow. And some of the items will go until like the 15th, I think. How much watts should my PSU be? Most builds 500 to 600 is enough. As long as it's like from a decently reputable brand. Like, pulling numbers completely out of thin air here with no research done, I would say like at least 90% of builds will be good with a 600-watt power supply from a good brand. That's numbers out of thin air here, because I know more people are using, you know, mid-tier to like upper tier, but not a lot of people are doing those crazy enthusiast builds that require much more than 600 watts. Okay, so I'm selling a better spec system for 900. Are you? Do you have a link to it? Like, do you have the offer up? Or if you want to share it anyways. I don't want viewers to like, you know, try to dox you or anything. So if you don't want to share it, that's completely fine. But yeah, Talmon, let me know what the specs are for 900 that you're selling it for. Hey, here's a ABS. I believe this is the Newegg in-house build. So here's one for $800. So Ryzen 5 3600. Oh, okay. So it has 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is not an issue because you can upgrade it for like $60. You can get 16 gigs of RAM. If this has 4 slots, you can have 24 gigs of RAM. Okay, no, it doesn't. So you would just buy another 8 gig stick to pair with it for like $30 something. So a GTX 1660, it's a step down from the 2060, but I mean, come on, look. We've saved $400 compared to the other build. 512 gigabyte SSD. Okay, yep. This is a very like basic build. Like the case has, you know, no tempered glass, so it looks a little bit older. But they're cutting some corners or doing what they need to lower the price. Yeah, the cable management. Well, this case, I can even see from the picture right here. If you try to look at the gap between the back panel and here, it looks like one of the cases. Actually, here, look at the front. But the way this is built, you see how it has that hump? I wouldn't be surprised if it has a similar hump in the back because there's like not much room for cable management. Is there more pictures? Oh, yep, there's the hump in the back. So it's one of those cases that has like 0 room in the back. except for in this area, which there usually isn't much room anyways. But let me check on the price of a 3600 though, actually. So we'll keep that there. Because the Ryzen 3600, I'm not sure if you remember, like a couple of months ago when I was looking this up. Okay, so $171. Okay, that was about what they were going for before they were going sold out. No sale or anything, but this is kind of standard pricing. Sometimes you can find it for as low as $160. But I'm just trying to do the math here for $800. So like 170 plus a 1660, that's like a $200-ish graphics card. So you almost have $400 in the CPU and graphics card alone. I'm thinking, just going through the numbers really quickly in my head though, I think you can build something similar to this and choose a better case and still come in at $800. And you can probably slip in 16 gigs of RAM. We'll actually try to do that. I'll keep this up. We'll try to build the $800 system. Is the PSU sagging? Let's see. Man, you guys are it looks like it, doesn't it? You guys are brutal today. Windows 10. Ooh, $109. Yeah. Just take the watermark. Do I think AMD's GPUs would do the same to NVIDIA like they do to Intel? You mean in terms of like kind of dominating the competition for the price point? If that's your question, I would say no, because I think NVIDIA has always had a pretty good alternative to an equal AMD GPU for the last couple of generations. NVIDIA might be a little bit more expensive, but I don't think the gap is as big as we've seen with Ryzen. Any good deals on protein? Looking to bulk up. Dude, I'm not sure if you have a Costco membership, Robert, but I started going to just getting protein from Costco. I'm not drinking protein right now because I'm actually being pretty lazy and not working out as much. But Costco has some pretty like comparable prices if you care about taste, because some of the cheap protein, the taste is just not good. But yeah, no, I don't know any off the top of my head. Okay. RGB fans. Ooh, man. I'm just curious, viewers, just so I can get an idea of who's watching right now and like your guys' price points. But $130 for 3 RGB fans. That works out to a little bit over $40 a fan. For one fan, $40. I mean, it's Corsair. It works with their Link or their Lighting Node Pro. So, like, would any of you out there spend $130 on this, on 3 fans and a hub or a Lightning Node Pro? Seems a little expensive. Nah, heck no. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure these sell. I'm sure there are people who put these in their builds, but I don't think most of my audience would be interested in stuff like this. I definitely wouldn't be. $130? Like, you can buy fan kits for like $40, which are pretty decent. Like, what is the price that you would pay for the brand? And I'm for quiet. So these ones, I'm sure they would have to be quiet at this price. And a lot of people do pay a lot for, like, almost near silent fans. So, just too much for me, though. I can deal with a little bit of white noise. I can put headphones on. I can play music on speakers or something to drown it out. But yeah, it's a little too much for me. You can get 2 fans for $11.99. Yeah. You'd have Noctua fans. Yeah, I bought 3 of those. Never again. Okay. Corsair RGB RAM. Yeah, okay. Hey, here's a Crucial P1. Any 104. So prices are about the same. as basically when I did the review video, like just over $100. I'll add this to the wish list because pretty solid budget NVMe drive. What were 2000 sequential read. So this is technically on paper a little bit better than the 660p that I linked earlier. I like to use deep cool RGB fans. Yeah, those ones are priced pretty nicely. Ryzen. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna add this to the cart because they're in stock. There was a time where we would struggle to put this together, to put a build together with this. What are my thoughts on the dark web? I actually don't know that much about the dark web, so I don't have many thoughts about it. But yeah. Sorry, that just like killed your question right there. An electric desk. So when you say electric desk, do you mean like a motorized one, similar to what I have right here? Let's see if I can. I think if I move this because the tripod is touching it. Oh, it's not gonna bump into the camera. But yeah, if that's what you mean by an electric desk, then yeah, we can take a look actually. 500 watt EVGA W1. I've used so many of these power supplies. I think this is like a. Let me look at that Linus tier list again. Did you get your free? No, I did not get my free copy of Watch Dogs. Wasn't it only active for like, I don't know, less than 24 hours? I saw it last night, and I think it ended. But if it's still going on, then I will definitely grab it, because I could use another game to benchmark. Though Watch Dogs 2, release date. When did that come out? It's like 2008, 2016? Okay, maybe it's too old to benchmark now, but maybe I can still grab it. VS550. Hey, we're looking. Oh my goodness, that was loud. Let me. So we look for. Where's the? Oh. All right. We are gonna look at. So yeah, VS550 would be under this tier C from Linus, but what did you want to use it with? I'm going for a 5600 XT. I would be. That's actually kind of close. I would need to look up the power draw for the 5600 XT and look at the amps that the rails for the VS550 can put out. I think you do the multiplication. There's a math that you can do with it. I can actually do that in a little bit. Give me 1 second, though. I want to look at the EVGA W series. W1, is it called? W1. Yeah, so the EVGA White series, which is like all the B-stock ones, those get tier D, recommended for only very cheap builds. I'm not sure if I really agree with that. For very cheap builds, like I don't know what their definition of very cheap is, but I mean I've used a 600 watt W1 so many times. 600W. They're basically talking about this one right here. Like they put this at tier D. I'm not sure if they list the reason or not. But again, like I said earlier, take this with a grain of salt. Do as much research as you can. Find out why they rate it that much. A lot of people are very picky, and they have really high expectations out of power supplies. And if you're building a $400 or $500 build, yeah, it's not feasible to put a $100 power supply in it, in my opinion. Like, they're loud. Maybe it's because most of the builds that I do that cheap, that fan noise is not worse than like the cooler or like the case fans or something. But I've never noticed that those power supplies are extra loud, like when benchmarking or anything like that. Oh, yes. 980 Ti, that's like a 1070, so I would pay up to like 200, close to 200 for it. At 200, I would want to get an actual 1070 just because it's one gen newer. But I have not tried replacing fans in a PSU for a quieter one. Have you done that, Robert? I wonder how hard that would be. And like if you need any specialty tools. I would look into that though, because if noise is like the biggest complaint for people, then that could be a cheap way to lower the noise without paying a ton just for like a nicer power supply, if all you care was like about the noise. What's a good processor for the 1050 Ti? I would say like a Ryzen 3 3100 or 3300X, but I don't think we can even find those right now. Let's see what Ryzen 3s they have here. 3200G, 3400G, of course. The 1200 still going for around $90. The 2200G, see, that's not the right price for this. This should be at 100 or less. You think about it all the time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's DIY videos out there, but as soon as it starts becoming like expensive or like needing super specialty tools to do it, or like having to buy, niche like fans or something, like if you need specialty fans, then I start thinking like, I don't think it's worth it anymore. I'll deal with the slightly louder noise. But yeah, I definitely need to look into that. I haven't given that much thought actually. Because, like, again, usually my case fans or something are noticeably louder. What's up, Control Bro? Danny DeVito. Okay. A Gigabyte B450 Aorus Elite Mobile. Will it work with the 3600? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see if I can... Okay. B450... Wow, the micro ATX version's twice the price almost. Second generation. Yeah, see, so it's kind of hard unless the box says it specifically or the listing says it specifically. I would assume you would have to BIOS flash it. See, Ryzen 2000, I don't think it says anything about Ryzen 3000 support out of the box, so I would not assume that. Like, you make sure there's a sticker on the box that says so before you buy it. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed. And you will need to get a processor somewhere else. Are there any good pre-builds under $800? We haven't seen any yet, but I think we're going to try to build something in a second here. So I've been going for a little bit over an hour, but... let's see. Let me go back to this list. Someone was talking about gaming laptops earlier. This HP Omen piques my interest. This VivoBook doesn't have a dedicated GPU, but it's a Ryzen 7 laptop. Let's see. 1151. Not interested in that. Oh, was this SkyTech Angel on sale? Did I miss that? 1200 by GeForce. This should be 1,000. I think I might be missing a coupon code. Can you still recommend an i3 9100F and pair with? Yes, that's a good pairing. A 1650 Super with a 9100F. I wouldn't bat an eye at that. Webcams for weeks now. Reputable. It's funny that you bring up webcams. I've been approached by companies from Amazon for like these no-name or like less known, mostly Chinese brand webcams. It's not worth it for me to do that in terms of like my time. But so I haven't accepted them. But are the C920s, which is still what I use, are they still like Musa Wad? Wow, okay. So it doesn't look like it's available from any of the reputable sources for a reasonable price. I mean, have you looked into alternatives for webcams, like using your phone, which I know Coalition Gaming has done a video on, or like a DSLR, or just like even an action cam? I think Chris from Coalition Gaming also did a video about using like a cheap Chinese action cam, which usually have like at least 1080p, if not 4K resolution, and you use like software to use as a webcam. 2700X and 1660 Super, yeah, that's a good combo. Again, like when it comes to bottlenecking and part compatibility or like part pairing, it's not like a thin line. You can pair like a wide range of processors to a wide range of graphics cards. Like there's a lot of room for flexibility until it starts becoming like a major problem. Okay, so where were we at? Yeah, so the 3100 and the Ryzen 1600. Okay, like look at this right here. If you're looking to build something right now for under like $800, my recommendation is definitely gonna be a Ryzen 5 3600, or Ryzen 5 rather. Now you can either get the 3600 for $170, or you can save like, oh, it's only what, $25 and get the 2600. Don't get the 1600 obviously because it costs more. This pricing makes no sense. These 1600, I think these are the AF ones. These should be $85, and if not, like they should be around $100 right now. But this isn't Newegg. That's why this is sold by someone named Platinum Micro. They're upcharging on this. So yeah, I would say the 2600 at $146. I remember when these were like $120, so it's kind of hard to recommend. I mean, at that point, I just go with the 3600. Hey, thanks, Danify. Thanks for watching the stuff, supporting the channel, all that. 3700X and 2060, I would still say that's a good pairing. If you need the threads. Otherwise, just pair the 2060 with the Ryzen 5 3600. If you live in the US, you have a 4670 for sale. The only thing about the Haswell, any of them, i3, i5, i7, is that their motherboards are so expensive. That would be my only reservation of using them. Back to the Fantastech sale. Alright, we're gonna do that sort by lowest price lifestyle right now. Some PC part flipping content. So the reason I haven't been doing as much of that is the last time I bought something used for a good deal, it's the build I did for Man Karate's girlfriend, Meg. So one, there's not that much stuff in my local market. I keep an eye on it, and there's not too many good deals. And the times there are good deals, I needed it to help friends out, so I couldn't really just flip and make a profit. So unfortunately, right now Seattle's not the greatest time to buy in the used market for like flipping and stuff. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mr. Clyburn, long-time watcher of the channel. What's up, man? Amazon did have the 1600 AF for $103, which I would say is a good price, but now they're $150. Yeah, that sucks. Yo, look at these SATA cables. $1 with $3 shipping. Okay, a fan guard. Ooh, look at this. Some bins that you can organize like nuts and bolts and little, I don't know, just stuff that you don't want to lose with. HDMI cables, okay, some adapters, converters, SD cards. Yeah, we're gonna sort by newest, but can I set a price? Cause I mean, nope, doesn't look like it. Some thermal paste, okay. Not much, you know, just checking out what Newegg has for their yearly Amazon Prime competitor sale. What are you up to, Mr. Clyburn? Mr. Clyburn, I also don't even know what kind of system you have. I'm not sure if you've mentioned it ever in the comments. Like, what are the specs of your PC? You ever look at SFX stuff? Usually, yeah, they're always on a premium. But the good thing is, like, if you ever buy one SFX power supply, you should be able to reuse it for a really long time to come if you grab... I feel like most SFX power supplies, because they're so expensive, you're gonna gravitate towards one of the brands that have like a long warranty. So that'll last you, you know, if it has like a 10, even 8-year warranty, that can last you through like 2 build cycles, right? So it costs quite a bit, but usually the SFX, I don't know if I've seen a low quality SFX power supply. Let's see. Acer Nitro 5, isn't that like a 1050 or 1050 Ti laptop, sweaty potato? What are the specs on that? That's actually a pretty good price, $550 if it has like an i5 or something like that. Should you completely ignore used PSUs? No. I bought a used PSU recently, actually. For used PSUs, if you can get what would be normally expensive because it's like a reputable, high, up on the tier list, then I wouldn't be worried about it at all. Maybe if it's something from like 2012 that's not manufactured anymore, so it was clearly from that era and it's like been used for 8 years, then I would worry. But I buy used power supplies all the time. How bad is the RX 570 in today's standard? Let's actually take a look at that, right? RX 570 versus a 1650. Let's see if any of our Forbes, Rock, Paper, Gamers Nexus. What is this one? F1 2018. Let me see. Okay, so let's pick... is it just F1? Apex Legends. Okay, this is a pretty popular game. If you look at the 570 on here, so 1650, alright, RX 570. I'm thinking they're around the same before looking at this anyways, but after looking at this, it looks like they are basically on par. It looks like the average is lower on here. So when you look up comparison charts like this, you want to look at multiple titles, but I'm thinking it's basically a 1650, which, how much are those? Are like $160 or something right now, and you can get RX 570s for typically, I think, like $100 or less. Let me see, GTX 1650. Yeah, so $150 here. So you'll save like $50 or so. RX 570s did kind of go up in price, unless you get the ones with only DVI output for like cryptocurrency. But I think they're $100 right now. I actually bought one recently on eBay, and it came out to like 90 plus tax. But yeah, so let's see, F1. Let's see, we have the 570 right here, and where's the 1650? 1650 is below it, but not by much. So by today's standards, it's kind of considered like somewhat entry level, because yeah, the 1650 you're playing like low to medium 1080p AAA titles with. All right, Sniper Elite, Far Cry 5. I'm just trying to. Is there Assassin's Creed? No, there's no Assassin's Creed. Let's look at Fortnite. No Fortnite either. Alright. Well, we looked at like a couple of titles, and I would say that 1650 and 570s basically trade blows with each other. Okay. Thoughts on the 1660 Super? I mean, it's a good graphics card if you don't have enough for a 2060 or like it's something like a 5700. I'm actually doing a build soon with the 1660 Super. I think I actually have it right here. Let me see if I can find a razor blade. I can give a preview to the streamers. Since you guys are here, you know. Let me do this real quick and unbox this. Yeah, so so I do have a 1660. Wait, did you say 1660 Super? Yeah, you did. Yeah, so like a 1660 Super. I have one right here that I'm going to be using in an upcoming build. So that's my opinion on it. I think it's priced well enough to be able to be used in builds. I have no like issues with it so far, anyways, unless this one sucks after I end up building with it. But let's see. Is the 9400F for 150 a good deal? See, I would lean towards AM4 just because you have support for the Ryzen 4000 series if you want in the future. You're kind of stuck on the... Because that's, what, 11... What socket is the 9400? I don't even remember. Yeah, so it's 1151, and the new 10th gen stuff is 1120 socket. So I don't know. I wouldn't use it just because it pigeonholes you into that generation. But that's just me. Okay, SFX power supplies. Yeah, so before I went and got off track. Oh yeah, let me the cheapest SFX power supply, and that's one issue with them too, Robert. The wattage per dollar is like pretty bad on them. So the cheap ones, yeah, there's plenty of like 300 watt stuff, but once you start getting to at least, like, we'll filter it now, because I wouldn't want to put anything less than 500 watt, right? So we'll go to these two. It's going to jump up to $100. And that's the cheapest one, too. Though, I don't know why this one got such bad reviews. I would have to look, but I would say, you know, once you get into 500 watt plus SFX power supplies, minimum $100, but I think they're going to be noticeably higher quality. I don't think any company just goes and says, hey, I want to build a low quality, like, you know, use low, like, quality parts and internals for SFX power supplies. It's pretty niche, so I guess if they're doing it, they would want to do it right. 10-year warranty on this one. Japanese capacitors, okay. But I would definitely look for a dedicated review before pulling the trigger. But yeah, they're expensive. Reading chat real quick. 8700 is not worth 220. I agree. Hey, what's up, Philip Tran? Long time no see, even though I talk to you on Blizzard Battle.net all the time because we play WoW. Not together, but we play and see each other in the thing. What is this? Yeah, so again, I just realized I need to be linking this more often. The wish list is just kind of stuff I've added so far. We've got a decent amount of stuff right now. The craziest thing, though, still, and I'm going to link this again. Not the 3600. Oh, did I not add the... Where you at? Here we go. Philip Tran. How much did you spend on your upgrade again? I forget. But you should get this. I think I'll link this multiple times today because I think this is actually a really good deal. Worth picking up. Mr. Clyburn, I did not see your comments. Oh my goodness. I knew I missed somewhere. I'm going back up to search for it. Hopefully I can just find it by Control F. Clyburn. Okay. Okay. Yo, you got shot at work? 3 times, 2 in your vest, 1 on your shoulder? I didn't even know that. Did you tweet that out? Got fired, bro. The podcast broke the PSU. Dell Optiplex, small form factor. Dude, did you post it on Twitter at all? I didn't even know, dude. I hope you are doing okay and are recovering. That sucks. I'm not expecting you to share the full story of how you got shot on the stream chat unless you want to, but that is crazy, man. I'm glad you're okay and you made it out. That's scary. What do I think about waiting on new graphics cards? 3000 series. I mean, if you're trying to spend anywhere from like $300 or more on a graphics card, it might be a good idea to wait right now. Just because the old stuff is gonna drop in price and the new stuff might have leaps and bounds in performance. So if you're not in dire need of a PC right away, I would wait. How do I feel about this? 2070. Oh, these are actually reasonably priced again. Oh, what is this? Is this considered like a WindForce or like what quote unquote model is this? It looks like a very entry level model. Let's see, Gigabyte. Oh, it is the WindForce one. Okay, I guess I'm used to it having more orange on it. So the WindForce cards, I would have to look specifically into the 2070 one, but they're kind of over the years. I think they've gone like up and down. Like some of the WindForce cards were praised a lot, and then some of them were just like mediocre. Though for $400, I'm not sure if you're gonna get that much cheaper than that for an RTX 2070. Is this like one of the? Is it the cheapest one? That's what I'm gonna guess. It's the cheapest one. No, cheapest one is this blower style card, but it is basically the cheapest one. And oh, you get $15 off, so it's $385 with the promo code. I would just make sure there's no issue, like glaring issues with it. But what is the next cheapest one? So $20 up, which is 5% more in cost for the armor, or I guess almost 10% more expensive since this has the promo code. This one comes with Death Standing though. Here's the 3-fan version. Is this the WindForce 3X? There's no info on it. Yeah, WindForce 3X. Okay. I wouldn't write this 2070 off. I think this could be like perfectly usable in a build. I guess if I had to buy a 2070 right now, I would buy it and then figure, see if it's good or not. I wouldn't completely stay away just because it's cheap or looks more entry level compared to a lot of the other ones. I'm all for the cheap stuff, guys. Like sometimes it's not worth paying the extra 50. Like there's probably some 2070s for like $450. Yeah, we're already into like $500. For the extra, I don't know, 5, 10, 50% gains, it's not worth paying $50 more for. Compared to a 5700 XT, well, I thought you were asking specifically about the 2070, like if we had to choose a 2070. No, I think I would. Let me see how cheap those 5700 XTs were again. Let me add one to the car. Yeah, ooh. These sapphire ones. First of all, I think they look awesome. but Sapphire is kind of like the equivalent to EVGA on NVIDIA side, like kind of like high tier, good reputation type stuff. Okay, maybe not high tier, but very good reputation, long standing. I would get this over the 2070. Yeah, I think I typically lean more towards Team Red. Not I don't even have like any contacts with them at all. Actually, like if anything, I've met Nvidia, but I don't have contacts with Intel. So I don't have any like biases at all in terms of trying to get in the good graces of any companies. Just naturally, I gravitate towards, AMD. It's all about the performance, man. Oh, it's pretty thick. Main issues of ITX case. Is this one pretty thick? Yeah. It looks pretty big. I mean, I'm sure there are thinner ones. I know the like this XFX one looks to be pretty standard. I think the Red Dragon or the Power Color ones are also pretty standard. Let me add that one to the cart actually, or it's the wish list. Still chilling with my 1660 Ti. Well, that's not that old of a graphics card, so it's not, when you say still chilling with it, you made it sound like you've had it for like a really long time, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of people stick with graphics cards for like 3-4 years before upgrading. So, true dual slots are pretty rare. What case do you have, Robert, or what case are you looking for? Hey, Alex, thanks for stopping by the stream. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have yourself a good night or good morning or evening wherever you are in the world. Only PSUs, Silverstone, EVGA. Yeah, power supplies. If you have a lower budget that you're working with, under like $600, it's pretty hard right now to fit a power supply in that's pretty decent. Ryzen ITX motherboards. Yeah, let's look at that. AMD motherboards. I thought there's like a B550 ITX board. Oh, here it is. ASRock. Wait. I thought there was a Pro 4. B550 and Pro 4. How much was this one? 114. Here we go. I'm not sure how much information is out on the B550M chipsets in terms of all their. If you are trying to go after a tier list, anyways, the Pro 4s for B450s, anyways, I really liked them. They provided a lot of value and gave you the ability to overclock for well under $100. This one is only $115, which is pretty cheap, being that it's B550 and it's. Oh, this is a micro ATX. Sorry, I'm blind. Where's the ITX version? You have a Fractal Design Nano S. Oh, okay. Yeah, this thing is super tiny. Oh, did Mr. Clyburn tell a story? Let me keep reading. Sorry, Mr. Clyburn's like a long time viewer, not only of like Nerd on a Budget, but of like the whole tech fam, including like Zach's Tech Turf, Tech by Matt, all those other guys. So him telling the stories, pretty big deal. He's 6 foot. Wow. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Hey, what's up, babe? No, I'm not done yet. It's 6. Okay, I should probably wrap this up soon. So, yeah, okay, for dinner time. I didn't even realize we've been going for almost 2 hours now. But I said I would try to do a build for like around 800. Let's see if we can get that done. So let me make a new wish list. I definitely need to learn more about your story, Mr. Clyburn. Maybe in a more like a different setting though than the stream, because there's unless you do want to share it like all of it publicly. Okay. So $800. If you wanted to build something right now, we're gonna do this like quick fire, just because I gotta go eat dinner with Melissa. So add to wish list. We're gonna make a new 713 Fantastech build. Okay. Does this work? Do I have to click this? Add. So we've got that. Let's see, ASRock Pro 4. Let's see if these are even in stock. Nope, Pro 4s are not in stock. Let's see what the cheapest B450 motherboard we can get is. Actually, we'll go AM4. And we'll look at both B550s. I don't have much faith that the B550s are cheap right now. But we can take a look. So we'll go to AM4. So I got a question. I bought a pre-built. Can you upgrade parts without a problem? You can upgrade usually most of the parts with no issues. Like all the connectors, a lot of them are going to be standard. There might be like, I don't know, USB-C or USB type C, yeah. Like that might not work if your motherboard has it, but you change cases or something. But, yeah, but like Robert said, parts are pretty standard. You just gotta make sure you get the compatible stuff. Don't mix DDR3 with DDR4. What else? Is that like the biggest thing? And then, CPU sockets and... Whoa! So there's some pretty cheap B550s. Like $80 for this one? The HDVs. $80. There are no heat sinks on the important VRM components though. They're just like bare. And it's 4-pin. You could probably overclock a little bit with this, but let me see what the next option is. $93 out of stock. Asus Prime. What can we get for under $100? Pretty slim pickings, though. Oh, is this sorted? Yeah, it is sorted by lowest price. I'm also going to be sold by Newegg only. I need to get better at clicking that. Oh, here's a question. If you don't care about overclocking, would you guys be okay with putting an A320? Because, man, this is dirt cheap. $55. That's... Compared to, like, if you want a higher tiered B450 board, those are going to run around 100 if not more. This is almost half the price. I don't even think I've ever built with an A320 board on the channel. Though the stock performance from like the Ryzen 5 chips are just fine in my opinion. I think I would almost be okay with running something like this because of how cheap it is. But maybe not for an $800 build. LAN party. Next LAN party is hopefully at the end of this month. COVID kind of threw everything off. Though Washington State, I don't remember when our next phase of reopening is, but I think we're gonna be able to set it up so that we don't have everyone super close to each other. We'll have it sectioned off, and we'll use precautions. Like I'll have tons of hand sanitizer. Make sure people wash their hands. Use disposable cups and plates and stuff, as best as we can to keep it safe. Because we are definitely desperate to throw a LAN party. Am I excited for Shadowlands? Not really, because I'm enjoying the crap out of Classic WoW right now. I'm going to add this to the build just because. Hate me for it, but I think A320s are fine if you use them stock, which I think is also fine. We might be able to build it for cheaper than $800. Fantastic build. There it is. We're going to change it up this time around and not do the B450, which I've been doing in so many builds. Alright. Let's see if we can put this GPU that Robert just linked. Oh yeah, $360. That's pretty cheap. What is this? The power color? Is this considered a red dragon? I don't even see the red dragon. No, it's just power color. Oh, this is open box. The open box product disclaimer. Wait, I thought they usually say something about open box. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. So you're saving about 10% getting this open box. I used the 5700 XT Red Dragon one before, and the fans looked slightly different. So that's why I'm not sure which model this is exactly. Infinity Technology, Vulcan. But I mean, yeah, dude, if you can get open box stuff from Newegg, because they do have a return policy if anything does go wrong. If you can use it for, what is their disclaimer? 30 days. So you have 30 days to test this thing out. If it doesn't fail within the first like 25 days, there's a very small risk it'll fail after that. But you know, you could save yourself at least 10%. Oh no, is my screen frozen? Uh-oh. Is it still frozen? Hello? Let me know. Oh, Gerard says it's fine. Which is weird because... Oh my goodness. Try refreshing. Yeah, I mean, if some people see me fine, then I don't think it's on my end, but we'll see. So okay, so what do we need? We need a DDR4 16 gigabytes. We're gonna get the cheapest stuff we can because I actually just want to see how cheap we can get it. It's gonna be in like the $50-ish territory. 16 gigabytes. Ooh, Aegis 2666. We're gonna go for a minimum of 3 gigahertz. And it's this Oloy stuff. Look at this. Here, I gotta share this wish list actually. So we're gonna add it to this wish list. View my wish lists. Fantastic build. How do I share this thing? Settings. Public. Okay. Here's a wish list. If you guys want to see it as we add to it. Alright, let me try to do this. Hello? Does this work better? Hello? On the ASRock page. Interesting. Oh, you're right. I see what you're saying. Okay, sorry. Let me try to redo this. Why is it stuck on that? I don't even have that many tabs open. Give me 1 second. Firefox power color. Okay, got it. I know what's going on. So I opened up a brand new window apparently, and I didn't even notice it because I did have 2 instances of Firefox running. Sorry about that. But yeah, so there's the wish list for build. That was my fault, guys. This is how noob of a streamer I am, and it will always continue to be. But yeah. So we've got 3 parts so far. Yeah, ASRock, don't do it. We're doing it. Sorry, we're running this 3600 at stock. We got a stock cooler, and I wonder if, let me see the RAM support. It can go up to 20. Oh, okay, 3200. Assuming that this is on like the compatible list, old boy memory. But this PC we're gonna do. You know what? If you want to spend another $50, feel free to. I'm just trying to see how cheap we can get this. As always, you know, I say in my build videos, if you want to be flexible with the price, and if you want to make modifications, feel free to. This is just me trying to see how cheap we can make this. I want at the end, if we're like well under, let's say 700, maybe we can go in and change the motherboard. But all right, we're definitely gonna go with an NVMe SSD for this one. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yep, this does have. Wait, what? Whoa. We might not even need it to be NVMe. PCI Express. Storage, M.2. Okay. PCIe X4 support. Okay. So, what would you guys say is the minimum requirement? I think these days I try to at least put, unless I have a hard drive paired with it, I would go 240 and like at least 1 terabyte spinning hard drive. But if I have like no spinning hard drive, 500 gigabytes is a minimum. Just because, you know, you want to be able to fit some games on it. Hey, what's up, David? Or David. You're not reading what a B550 supports either. Yeah, no, we're just trying to make the cheapest build right now. 500 gigabyte minimum. Oh, you're right. I'm assuming that I can just upgrade this. Good point. All right. We'll modify this. I'm just assuming that, you know, you can do the BIOS update if needed. All right. We'll go back to it. See, this is why you guys gotta check me on this. It's going good, man. How are you doing? How's everything up in Canada with the whole COVID situation and stuff? If you guys don't know, subscribe to David's channel. He does a lot of cool stuff, a lot of budget stuff, a lot of experimental stuff. We actually met at LTX, though. I'm trying to think if you were in any of the videos I made. I don't think you were. I should have put you in there. Dang it. I'm sorry. And we don't even get to go to LTX this year to meet up again. Okay, I gotta finish this build before Melissa kills me. AM4 motherboard, cheapest. Okay, so we might just have to go with the B550 because it is the cheapest one and works with the 3600 out of the box. Because I don't know if all the other B450s even do. And wow, really? Wait up. Look at this. We're looking, sorting by lowest price. Everything is like the first B450 we see is gonna be. There's not even one that's cheaper. All the B550s are even cheaper. So we're going with this one's on back ordered. You're killing me. So we're gonna have to go with this Asus Prime one. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the how much more expensive? I'm like, if I don't see anything for under, yeah, we're in the 110s. Pro 4. But there's a sale on this one. It's back ordered. All right, we're going with the cheapest B550 we can. So, nope. Where's that one? $100. You know what? It's the best we can do right now. Yeah, we'll add to both wish lists. Okay. Oh, apparently the A320 was Gen 3 ready out of the box, so you could save $50 or $45 if you wanted to go with that. Cheapest NVMe SSD at 500 gigabytes or like 400. It's going well. I don't think I was. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. And since then, your channel has like blown up too, which is great. I feel like a lot of the smaller channels, they all have like that point in time where they have that slow growth, but then they like just shoot past 100K. So I think, didn't that happen not too long after LTX, or maybe it was happening during LTX? Because I remember you had like crazy explosive growth around last summer. Let's see. Let's go for 500. Really? This is the selections for them? Where's like the... I swear there are 480s, but okay. I'll trust you on this one. Why am I on external SSDs right now? What am I doing with my life even? Internal SSDs. Come on now. Here we go. Go up to 512. Crucial P2. That's the newer version of the P1. Okay. Is there any ADATA Swordfish series? I've actually not heard of this one. Alright, we're gonna go with the P2. It's not here, it looks like. Oh no, it is. Okay. Sold and shipped by Newegg. Yeah, I'm not worried about... Ooh, man, that write speed is a little on the slow side. 940. But slightly quicker reads on this one. We're going to add to the wish list. Yeah, but how much is the XPG one? That's what I use in my personal system, actually. See, we're going from like $51 right here to... Is XPG even on this page? SX6000. I have the 8100, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, where's the higher end ones? That's all that's on this page. Yeah, I know. I gotta get to dinner. But I'm having fun putting this last minute thing build together. Alright, what do we have so far? I want this completely deleted. Why do you keep showing up? Okay, so we are at 372, which is not bad actually. We only need the graphics card, which is going to take a big chunk, and case and power supply. So it looks like we're easily going to go into the $700 territory. There's no way this is like CL20. I don't believe it. CL16. I'm not sure if I've ever used oh, here it is. Ooh, no. I'm not sure if I've ever used Oloy, just because they're kind of ugly, but for the sake of this build, I mean, you can always swap it out if you care about aesthetics more, or if you want like 3200 or something instead. Power supply. I guess we should pick up a graphics card first. RX 5700. Just non-XT version. I think, yeah, for under $300 we would have to look at a 5600 XT. So this is gonna bring us 370 already. Yeah, it's gonna bring us in like 650, and then power supply and case. That could, yeah, that would be around $800 unless we get a cheaper graphics card. Like some of these they have a promo. So this 5600 XT, even though it's the is the MSI Armor version or it's the mech version. So this goes from 280 to 265, which is pretty standard 5600 XT prices. I feel like it's kind of a big gap from the 55 to the 5600. So if you wanted something in between, you would go for like Nvidia and get like a 1660 Super, which we saw were around 250 earlier. I think we can make this work at $800. So we'll grab this 5600 XT Mech Edition. So now we need power supply and case, and then we'll use free windows and be done. So PC case. We actually didn't look at too many of these today, but I'm very curious if we sort by lowest price and we just kind of deal with. Actually, there are some pretty nice cases for like $60. So hopefully we can find some of that. Computer cases. Say hi to girlfriend and have a good night. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for modding, Gerard. I appreciate it. Yes, ANT206. I also remember when we could find power supplies for less than $50. Actually, those were the days. But if you think about it, the prices for RAM is kind of offsetting that. Because remember when we did have those good power supply prices, it was pretty bad in terms of RAM when 16 gigabytes was like over $100. So that $40 that we're saving now on RAM can be put towards the PSU, and it's kind of like balances itself out. The only thing is the inventory that we're dealing with right now. So I said I wanted cases, not fans. Why you do this to me? We're going to look at these two price points. I'm wrapping up. I just got to get 2 more parts and I'll be done. Yeah. Did you want to heat up the leftover burritos? Oh, you already ate? Okay. Yeah, I'll wrap up and then we can watch Hamilton. Do you want to do that? No? Okay. Huh? Okay, yeah. No. She just said she's going to take a shower, so I bought myself like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, see the whole truth. I'll go back to the motherboard, because the one that we chose was what, $80, or it was already $100. So yeah, we'll take a look closer at it, and probably swap it out for a B450 that has better I/O. She's gonna kick my butt. Hamilton, I actually already watched it, but it was not with her. I thought it was entertaining. I'm definitely not a history guy, but the fact that they were able, like, I think the musical ability and just I appreciate it for what it is, you know, as a musical. And I'm not into musicals or anything at all. I've never been interested in them, but you know, like them dancing and the choreography and the ability to do so many things at once, and I didn't find any mistakes watching that. I thought they did an amazing job. So, hey, what's up, Stalefish? Long time no see. Stabfish, Stalefish. I forget every single time. Cases. So we want something with fans in it, just so that we don't have to buy more fans. Fractal design. If you don't care about tempered glass, here that one actually looks. So that one's like not too much more than $50 with included fans and airflow. Yeah, man. See, the Cooler Master. Oh, that one was a Micro ATX. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. That one also had included fans. Let me see if I can find it. Cooler Master RGB case. Okay. This one mesh. It's a very fine mesh front. Oh, we can actually get this one, and it'll arrive actually. Okay, I'm actually gonna add this to the wish list. I still need to build in this case. Every time I've looked, it has been out of stock or extremely marked up. But I think this is MSRP, $60. The $8 shipping, when you buy a lot of stuff on Newegg, the shipping just doesn't all add up. If multiple things have a shipping cost, sometimes it gets discounted. So it's not like you have to spend $8 on every single item. So I'm actually going to put this on both of these. Okay. So now we need the power supply, which we still haven't found. This is gonna kill us right here, like, especially if you're picky about like the tiers. This sorting system really needs to be improved. We'll go 5 all the way to 6. Oh yeah, you should still have my email as well. Feel free to send them over. Gamers Nexus did the benchmarks on the Oloys. I totally missed that then. Disappointing product from Gamers Nexus. What would it be under? What's the article or video? Power supplies. I don't know if we'll find anything in the $50 to $75 category. Sometimes, okay. So they had multiple revisions of these. I've looked this specific power supply up. This is actually, if this is the one where they fixed most of the problems that reviewers had with it, this wouldn't be a bad price for $60. Was it the S12 3? What's the S12 2? Over temperature and over current protection, really? I need to look this up on Seasonic's official website to see the specs of it, because I don't think Newegg's going to have a lot of information. You should buy a PS locally? Yeah, from where though? You mean like in the used market? I agree it will save you cash if someone's selling it, but not everyone's going to have that in the used market. Yeah, Seasonic's pretty awesome when it comes to that. But let's see. A non-tech. Yeah, so for power supplies, definitely do your digging with regards to okay. With regards to especially power supplies with different revisions, because not all of them are made the same. They can either get worse or better with the newer revisions. Okay, at this price point, I don't care if it's group regulated. JG4. Oh yeah. You are losing money sticking with just Newegg too. Yeah, for sure. But I think that's the challenge that we're doing right now, right? I guess, yeah, if we went to PC Part Picker, I'm not sure we would save on the power supply specifically. None of the prices that we've looked at so far have been too ridiculous. If we did a build a PC sales type of build, then yeah, we could probably save a little bit of money. But all right, in the interest of time, for now, I'm gonna add this S12 3 to the build. This is not going to be a unit that fries your system and burns your house down. But just off the top of my head, I don't remember which version actually had issues. Yeah, I'm not sure if Johnny Guru did this one. Or I'm not sure if any of the STP. Yeah, so there's a lot of so Johnny Guru, a lot of the times if you search specific power supplies, because they aren't pumping out as many reviews anymore, it's discussions in their forums, which you could find useful information from too, but I don't know if there's like a specific review on this one. Yeah, so this is a discussion about that exact unit. Yeah, so CX, yeah, so how much are the Corsairs? Just any of the Corsair CXs right now. These are 450 watt for $78. 550, okay, for the same price. So we have a 60 versus 75. Yeah, I would back ordered, of course. I kind of sort of blame the tier list for this because a lot of people are looking at that Linus tier list and just following it like exactly. And this is one of the more affordable ones that are, I think it's like B minus rated or something like that. Yeah, dinner is, well, my dinner's getting cold. Melissa actually already ate. Um, so yeah, what are we missing now? Oh, do we have everything? No, we're missing a GPU. Oh, nope. I think we added that. Yes, we have everything, but we're gonna revisit the motherboard at $770. I'm keeping this alloy RAM until I see that Gamers Nexus article. Let's see. So, yeah, let's look at. Oh yeah, I'll link this again in case everyone wants to follow along. But, alright, so we're gonna go back to AMD motherboards. Killing me. If I can spell it correctly. Alright, so we're going back to AM4. Now we actually have to get a micro one because of the case. So let's see what they have here. Lowest price. Can we sort by just B 550s and 450s? I guess 350s would be okay too, but I'm not sure if they'll have any of those. We'll just add them just for fun. And I don't think X570 or 370 is going to be affordable at all. Out of stock. Oh, did you link it? Can you link the article? See the whole truth? Because just from my quick search, I did not find it here unless it's alloy RAM. Best RAM for Ryzen. Unless it's this video from 2019. There's no alloy when I search here, so... Now, I feel like I have to buy those alloy RAM sticks and compare it to, I mean, I have some, like, ballistics and Corsair Vengeance I can use it against, just to see, test it for myself. What's up, Ben? Oh, yeah, and I can do the, do it with the Excaliburs as well. RAM OR and RAM AMD RAM BS. I think this is the one, so I'll check this out after the stream. Back order. So what is even in stock right now that we could pick? In stock, that would help. I feel like this, I don't know if this is a new feature or not. And we'll just do sold by Newegg just because everything else is usually ridiculously priced. Wait, this is all we have? The DS3H. This is what we used in the LTX, the LTX giveaway PC, because that's what we could find in Canada. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually take a look at it compared to this one. Where's the compare side by side? on, where's the compare? But if we did choose the B450 version, we're gonna save like 20 bucks. Add and compare, here we go. But it's not even gonna be on this list, is it? We're gonna have to compare at the top. Oh, add to compare, here we go. I'm wrapping up. Just picking this last motherboard. Add to compare. What? I don't think there was anything else in here that stood out. Everything else is, yeah, so we're gonna be looking at, oh no, this isn't even in stock. So there's this promontory board. Here we go. Let me get rid of that B450. No, don't recommend me all these things. Off. I don't think we care about 4 gigahertz RAM support, so the B550 having that is not something that I would choose because of it. As I don't care about it having 128 gigabytes of maximum support memory, PCI Express 4.0. That again too, for a build at this price, I don't think we're gonna use that. What else? I didn't see her face because it's like pretty dark with the way that the light is casted. So I'll deal with Melissa later. She's usually very understanding. So I do have to wrap up here soon though, because it's we're well over 2 hours. Okay. I mean, this is basically the next gen version of this board with slightly newer features. For what is the price difference? Oh, let's see. So they're only $3 price difference. Aside from, you can visually see these heat sinks here. Where's the I/O? Let's see. USB-C would be something I care about. Okay, onboard. So it does have a 3.2 Gen 1 header. This one probably doesn't because it's a B4. Oh, it does. I don't know, between these two, like, I'm not like an expert on motherboards, but I'm not seeing what, like, evidence going one way or the other too strongly. I think, I mean, I would stick with this based on what we've seen in terms of what's available and the price differences of every other board. I don't think where is he at? See the Whole Truth is probably gonna be too happy about that, but he also did want me to look like elsewhere, where I think you would be able to find like other more available motherboards, but keeping it to Newegg only, we have a pretty limited option to choose from that's in stock and under like 120 bucks. So what did we end with? 770 bucks. And then of course there's tax, so really this is gonna be like 800 something. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the stream though. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've tried to stream more, but I haven't been streaming as often just because my streams, I only deal hunt, so it's hard to do these deal hunting streams if prices and availability isn't really there. But today wasn't that bad, because if you guys remember back in May when I did it, it was we couldn't even get anything close to this. So like all the Ryzen 5s were just out of stock. But I'm going to spend the last few minutes. Okay, yeah, we'll just go for another few minutes just reading chat and hanging out. It's almost as if there's some complicated stuff going on in the world. No, you're right. It is. Newegg has stock images, says they do. If you order, you wait a month. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing about right now. All the popular stuff, even though they say it's in stock, the shipping date is a little bit out. But it's, I mean, as expected. I haven't seen any like speculation. I think Brian from Techia City had a video saying he thinks PC part prices are gonna fall. I didn't get a chance to watch that one yet, but I'm not sure what he's basing his information on. But I mean, that's all speculation as well, right? If you need a PC right now, then you kind of just have to build right now and suck it up. But if you can wait, then you can always wait for lower prices. Yeah, dinner for sure. Oh yeah, let me link the wish list again. If I were to modify this, I would probably, and if you needed to save money, like if 770 was too much pre-tax, definitely the graphics card is gonna be where you can shave some off. Everything else is pretty standard. Like I'm looking at the whole list right now. Everything else, you're not gonna get that much lower. I was hoping the 3100s and 3300Xs would be available for the MSRPs, but I've been trying to get one to use in a build, and they're just out of stock. RAM, you're not gonna get any cheaper than this. You can get a more expensive kit for like if you are worried about the Oloy brand, you can spend like $60 and get something from like Team Group or what else is usually pretty cheap, like A-Data or something. We just looked, motherboards aren't that much cheaper than $94 unless you go A320. This is actually the cheapest NVMe drive you can get. So yeah, the only flexibility would be changing this for like a 5500 XT or like a 2060 Super to save some money. I would say this case, there's not much flexibility here. It comes with two fans, and it's already $60. Most of the other cases would have really bad fan options for around 40. And then this power supply, we didn't really see anything much cheaper than 60. So how many push-ups can you do in one rep? If you mean in one set, then I'm not sure right now. I haven't done push-ups for a while. Probably not that many. I would hope I could at least hit 20 or 30 at the moment in terms of that. But with the 2000 budget, don't go with the R7 2700X. Correct. $2,000 budget, and you're trying to spend it all. You're gonna go with i9 or a Ryzen 9. So, go eat. Thank you, mods, for modding tonight. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for the reminders to go eat, because I do need that. Because the time just flies when I'm streaming, and sometimes I forget to get to dinner on time. But I'm gonna actually get going now. So thanks everyone for attending the stream. It was pretty lively stream the entire time. Hopefully, as we do more of these coming up, the prices get better and the inventory gets better because people are starting to get their stuff. So as new things are being like manufactured, hopefully the demand doesn't stay high, right? Like over time, people are getting PC parts. I don't know what the demand versus like people finally getting their PCs, like the difference is, but yeah. Yeah, I'll check my email for that. But other than that, do I still use kickboxing skills on anyone? No. I don't ever need to use my kickboxing skills on anyone. I mostly did it to stay in shape, but it does help to know in case anything does happen. You guys have a great night, and I will see you in hopefully the next video this Friday. It's going to be... I think it's going to be a good one, but I need to get it finished, so I'm going to do that tonight as well. So, yeah, see you in the next video, as well as in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. Thanks. Oh, there's Melissa again. All right, I got to go. Bye, guys. You want to say bye? Okay, no. Where's the end stream?